Welcome back to Golf Xtra. Even if you're not a golf fan, you probably know Paige Spiranac. An excellent golfer in her own right, Spiranac has gradually transitioned to a social media career, where she is known as much for her beauty as she is for her outspoken opinions on all things golf. Her recent opinions, after the PGA Tour's FedEx St. Jude Championship, might just be her strongest opinion yet. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Now let's get right into Paige Spiranac's calls on the PGA Tour to change their rules. Paige Spiranac was once one of the most promising young female golfers in the world, starring on the Colorado Junior Golf Circuit and becoming a top 5 collegiate recruit in the process. She ended up getting a golf scholarship to the University of Arizona, but transferred to San Diego State University for her sophomore year, where she was named to several All-Mountain West teams over the next couple of years. Spiranac even helped her college team to their first ever Mountain West championship in 2015, but unfortunately for Spiranac, her playing career never got much farther than that, as she spent a short amount of time on the developmental Cactus Tour but never caught on with the LPGA. Instead, Spiranac transitioned to more of a social media-oriented career, which is where most people would know her from. Her Instagram account, where she often posts pictures of herself golfing, as well as in revealing outfits, has garnered a huge following. She's even appeared in magazines like the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition and Golf Digest. On top of that, Spiranac was able to get the attention of some major sponsors like PointsBet, 18 Birdies, and PXG. Perhaps her most notable accomplishment, though, was being named the sexiest woman alive by Maxim magazine back in 2022. About her content, Spiranac said in an April 2023 interview, "There are so many talented golf creators out there, so you need to find ways to stand out. Luckily, I feel that I was ahead of the curve and early to the golf content space before many others, so I was able to establish an incredible audience and fan base over the past few years." Spiranac also commented on criticism of her sometimes provocative social media posts, pointing out that her goals aren't just to get followers, saying, "Right now, my ultimate goal is to continue to be one of the leading voices in golf media while showing the world that golf can be fun and inclusive. It's also important to me to break down the social construct surrounding women and their bodies." Aside from defending her own content, Spiranac has long been an advocate for the freedom of expression within both men and women's professional golf, as well as for golf to be fun and inclusive for players and fans alike. This was on full display back in 2017 when Spiranac was a strong opponent of the LPGA's move to make their dress code stricter by banning plunging necklines and leggings, as well as reducing the length of skirts allowable. In an op-ed for Fortune magazine, Spiranac wrote, "As both an ambassador for golf and an advocate for the continued progress of women's rights and equality in society, I fear that these new rules are stifling the growth of the women's game." She also wrote, "Take the vague banning of plunging necklines. What constitutes a plunging neckline? Most likely, this edict was put into place to eliminate the presence of cleavage. In that case, a curvier, full-figured woman would be chided and fined far more often than a woman with a smaller bust. In a world where women are continually and unwantedly sexualized, this new rule serves as yet another reason for women to feel ashamed of their bodies." Spiranac doesn't just reserve this fight for the women of the LPGA Tour, which brings us to her latest comments. Lucas Glover, who won the FedEx St. Jude Championship held in Memphis in mid-August, went viral for literally sweating through his pants on the golf course due to excruciating heat. He wasn't the only one. Multiple players commented after the round about the weather conditions, which were made worse by PGA rules forcing all players to wear pants or trousers. On Twitter, Spiranac made her thoughts on the PGA dress code known, using plenty of colorful language along the way. Her first tweet read, "The men on the PGA Tour should absolutely be able to wear shorts, and the rule needs to change right now." Lucas Glover won for the second week in a row in a hot and humid Memphis. He also won for the worst documented case of swamp butt that we have ever seen. She quickly followed it up with another. "These guys are absolutely dying. They were sticking their hands in the ice coolers to bring their body temperature down. It is 2023. Get it together. Give the guys an option to wear shorts." And finally, Spiranac took aim at all the couch potatoes out there who were on the other side of the argument. "And I know what a couple of you are saying out there. Well, it's tradition and they want to look like professionals. You're saying that in the air conditioning on your nice, cool couch drinking an ice-cold beer. Of course, you don't mind. But these guys are athletes playing in extreme conditions. Let them wear shorts." So Spiranac has made her voice heard, and she makes good points. It's safe to say that golfers would be more comfortable in shorts than pants if the weather was especially hot. But what do other people have to say on the issue? For starters, Golf Digest held a debate back in 2020 on the issue between writers Dan Rappaport and E. Michael Johnson. Rappaport argued for shorts to be allowed, saying, "Virtually all of today's tour players are athletes by any definition. They have fitness plans and nutrition regimens. Athletes wear shorts. It sounds simple, but try to think of another sport that requires its participants to wear pants." Johnson responded in favor of the pant-only rule, saying, "Well, for starters, baseball players wear pants last I looked. Funny pants, but at least not shorts, which makes it, well, cricket, in my opinion. Fashion does evolve. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing." As for the players themselves, in the immediate wake of the stifling Memphis heat, there were plenty of players in favor of making shorts allowed, not for a fashion statement, but just to keep a little cooler. Jordan Spieth commented after the tournament about the temperatures on the golf course. "It felt like it was just coming off the ground, like you could just feel the water coming off the ground. I'll bring 2 shirts from now on and change at the turn because I was struggling a bit early in the round. I had some goosebumps." Spieth, a Texas native very familiar with hot weather, added, "I was telling Michael Greller, Spieth's caddy, this is nothing this week. And then today I'm like, man, I was wrong. I'm humbled. It's just a different kind of heat." Addressing the shorts versus pants topic directly, Spieth concluded his comments by saying, "Sure, if they gave us the option, I would have worn shorts, but I don't think it would have made that much of a difference. You just have seen the sweat dripping down my legs instead of having dark pants on. My shirt made me weigh 5 more pounds today. I don't think the pants added much to it." Anyone who's worked outside in hot weather knows that Spieth is right, to a point. There's not much you can do about being hot. Tom Kim, who rolled the cuffs of his pants up at one point to deal with the heat, said later, "It was so freaking hot. I had black pants on today, so I didn't really have an excuse. I'm trying to think what pant colors I have for tomorrow." Englishman Tommy Fleetwood had a similar take on the matter, sharing a funny anecdote. "I've never seen trousers like fellow golfer Denny McCarthy's today. He was sweating so much. He looked like he had just jumped into a pool." Looks like Lucas Glover wasn't the only one struggling with the heat. On the shorts versus pants topic, though, Fleetwood took a more neutral stance like Spieth, saying, "It's not something, trousers, shorts, just playing golf, it's going to be hot either way." Even Tiger Woods weighed in on the issue in a previous Golf Digest interview, saying, "I think it would be nice if we could wear shorts. I'm not sure why we can't." So maybe the players don't feel quite as strongly about the issue as Spiranac does. But if Live Golf's method is any indication, shorts might be in the future either way. Comment with your thoughts and make sure to subscribe for more content like this. We'll catch you in the next one.